let's talk about the most dangerous shape in your office right now. Um, it is not a jagged edge. It is actually a perfectly straight line on a spreadsheet.
Oh, yeah, that is a dangerous one.
Today, we are doing a deep dive into some strategic advisory notes from David J. Abbott to figure out why this default linear business intelligence might be quietly leading your company off a cliff. I mean, management just loves to assume that input equals output.
Right, like you open a new branch and expect this clean, predictable 7% revenue bump, just project forward from last year's trends.
Exactly.
But, I mean, when does that actually hold true? That linear spreadsheet logic is comforting, sure, but it completely masks all the nonlinear dynamics, the cycles, and the feedback loops of reality.
I hear you. But, well, if I go to my investors without a clear linear roadmap showing a steady bump in profits, they're going to laugh me out of the room.
Totally.
So how are you supposed to plan without that straight line?
Honestly. By looking out the window, Abbott makes this brilliant observation that perfect straight lines basically do not exist in nature.
Wait, really? Not at all.
Well, okay, there are very rare exceptions. Spider silk under tension, light in a vacuum, a plumb line under gravity. But those require highly constrained specific conditions. Real business systems are much more like river deltas or route networks, not audit checklists.
So why do our planning tools keep assuming straight lines in a world that just does not operate that way?
Because straight lines are easy to put in a PowerPoint. But let us look at Abbott's example, the Red Oak Bank case, to really map this out as a live exercise. So the bank introduces AI-assisted customer service.
Right. And in a linear plan, they replace human tellers with AI, they calculate the payroll savings, and they just call it a win.
Yeah, exactly. But in a real system, you have to ask what the competition does next. The friction of that AI frustrates older, high-net-worth clients.
Oh, so they move their money.
Exactly. They move their accounts to a competitor who is suddenly heavily advertising personalized human service. So your initial cost savings actually triggers a massive, non-linear capital flight.
Wow. So to get that cash back, Red Oak then has to offer higher interest on current accounts.
And then competitors match that rate, so that one cost-cutting action rippled out and changed the entire environment.
Which brings us to the real intellectual turning point of these moats. Most organizations just have a linear plan that they falsely call a strategy.
It is a massive distinction. Lawrence Friedman argues that true strategy is highly adaptive. It is governed by your starting point, not some fixed endpoint, because opponents push back.
Right, and random chance just disrupts the whole environment anyway.
Exactly. You have to constantly recalibrate. And Henry Mintzberg takes it even further. He says strategy is not the consequence of planning. It is the starting point. I mean, it is synthetic and creative, not just some analytical checklist.
So what does a real adaptive strategy look like? Say, inside a Kenyan organization navigating 2025. What is that demand of leadership?
It demands that they stop trying to engineer a strategy like a tomato in a hothouse. Mintzberg uses this great garden metaphor. He says strategies grow initially like weeds.
I love that. So you notice a really profitable weed growing in the cracks of your organization, and you decide to water it instead of pulling it up.
Yes. Formal planning processes try to build this highly controlled greenhouse, but your most valuable strategic moves often emerge organically from unexpected directions.
So you have to ask yourself, what unexpected weeds are currently growing in your organization right now that you are pulling up, but you should actually be nurturing?
And you have to spot them early, especially because markets move in these ancient yin and yang phases. You know, growth, contraction, disruption, consolidation.
And linear thinking just completely misses that cycle.
Oh, completely. It misses the cycle and gets totally blindsided by the turn. If straight line projections are all you have, you're going to fail to capture the real market shifts happening right now.
So the most profitable path to really cornering your market is to build a genuinely imaginative strategy. One that takes a systems perspective and continuously reframes the problem to extract more power from the situation.
Absolutely.
And if your organization is ready to think that way, David and the team at aCatalyst Consulting build exactly that kind of strategic capacity. You can find them at www.acatalyst.co.ke.
Yes, and as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with one last question to mull over.
Let's hear it.
If your current strategy looks like a perfectly straight line on paper, what vital nonlinear realities are you completely blind to right now?